Hello everyone. In this vodcast, we're going to take a look at this picture that's from your textbook that is describing the levels of organization. When we're talking about levels of organization, we're talking about what are the building blocks that make up your body, from the smallest to the largest. So if we take a look at this, the diagram, it actually goes counterclockwise from number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to add one more. That's number 6. Okay, so we'll start here at the chemical level. At the chemical level, we have atoms combining to form molecules. The example we talked about in class was O's and H's, and they could, for example, combine to form H2O. From the molecular level, we move to the cellular level, and you realize that if you look at a cell, for example, you have the cell membrane, which is composed of phospholipid molecules, the lipid bilayer. If you look at the inside the nucleus, you know that there are DNA molecules. If you look throughout the cytoplasm, there may be protein molecules and carbohydrate molecules and lipid molecules. So there are all sorts of molecules that are assembled to create cells. When you take cells and combine them, you create tissues, and as it says here, tissues consist of similar types of cells. In this example from the book, we're talking about smooth muscle tissue. You may remember from your biology, we have smooth muscle. We have another type of muscle called skeletal muscle. We have another type called cardiac muscle. And we'll get into those once we get to those systems. When you combine tissues, various tissues, you create organs. Again, in this example from the book, we look at epithelial tissue, which is a lining tissue, smooth muscle tissue, as well as connective tissue. And all together, they actually make up the organ we describe as the blood vessel. As we move on to the next level, from the organs, we create organ systems. The organ systems consist of different organs that work closely together to accomplish a particular purpose. In this case, as you can see, we're dealing with the circulatory system or the cardiovascular system. And so not only do we have blood vessels as the one shown in this picture on number 4, but we also have the heart. And that, in combination with the blood vessels, is described as the cardiovascular system. And that is the organ system that we're dealing with. Take a look here. Cardiovascular, consisting of the heart and the blood vessels. The heart is one type of organ, and blood vessels are another organ. Now, when we take the cardiovascular system, along with the various other systems that we've been talking about, such as skeletal, such as muscular, such as nervous, and so on, we get to level 6, which is the organism. The organism. That's us. Here, I'll draw us. Happily sitting there, taking anatomy. Yay. Yay. Yeah. And that's us. So let's go over this one more time. Starting from 1, we have the molecular level. Sorry, let's move back. Too far. Starting from 1, we have the atomic level. Then we move to the molecular level. Then we move to the cellular level. Cells combine to make up tissues. Tissues combine to make up organs. Organs combine to make up organ systems. And organ systems combine to make up the organism. We could also say it the other way, going sort of clockwise in this progression. We could say that the organism consists of multiple organ systems, which consist of multiple organs, which consist of multiple tissues, which consist of multiple cells, and cells are made from molecules, and molecules are made of multiple atoms. So you should be able to think about these levels of organization and these different levels of construction, really, of our body, both going counterclockwise from smallest to largest, as well as clockwise from largest to smallest. See you next time.